guys. Thank you for getting up bright and early to come. Well, like I said, today is going to be a little bit like Mariah's Monday makeover on steroids. I'm going to try to talk slow because we have some time, right? I don't have to do it in 3 minutes. I have my trustiness, like little notes here, so I might kind of check back into those. But ultimately, what I always say with G. Loretta is that our motto, which you guys probably see tagged at the bottom every week, is that we're tracking trends, but we're pursuing style. So our goal, my goal, you know, everybody that works here, we want to help you girls find beautiful clothing that you're not just going to wear one season and then it's over. You know, we want you to just be that sort of timeless, stylish woman. Now, with that being said, I think there are trends that come in, and it's okay to invest in a trend every now and then and just have a little fun with, you know, whatever maybe the color that's hot that season, or a different cut in a blouse or a pair of pants. So it's not that we're avoiding trends. It's just that mostly what we're going to pursue for you ladies is just classic style. So I thought I would just talk about a little bit about all that. So today we're going to talk about loving your look, because spring is really spring has been here since November. Let's get real about it. But, you know, we're just going to talk about what's happening for spring. How are we going to wear some of these new colors? What were they showing on the runways? Kind of taking a different spin or twisting it and changing things up. I'm going to talk about some of the great colors. We're going to talk about some of the prints. And I want to hit on denim quite a bit, because denim is going to be important, of course, going forward. And then I also want to just maybe show a little styling tip or two. And last but not least, I wanted to talk about just a couple of my favorite products that I'm using as we go into the season. So let's get started. Well, the first thing, like I said, we're going to talk about is prints. Now, can anybody guess? Anyone guess at all maybe what some of the prints might be? We're going to go with stripes and polka dots. Now, you girls know me. How many times have I done Mariah's Monday makeovers on stripes and polka dots? But finally, the major designers have caught up with me, and they truly said, in fact, Vogue, I was reading an article last night, Vogue said that a stripe is truly one of the biggest trends of the season. That it's always been a part of fashion. There's always been touches here and there, but a stripe is something that no matter what you do, oh look, yeah, we've got a stripe right here. So they showed it vertically, they showed it horizontally, you know, there's different plays in colors. One thing they were also showing quite a bit on the runways for spring was what they're calling the candy stripe, so kind of that nod back to the candy striper. So not necessarily that exact print, but you're going to see the stripes in yellows, in reds, in pinks. You know, I think to me blue is always so beautiful on so many skin tones, so you'll see that in the store I picked up a lot of the blue and white stripes for spring. And again, what I love about it is that these pieces are something with a stripe. It's something that's a year-round print that you can wear. Now, if you happen to pick it up in a linen or something like that, of course we're going to hold it, but you know, there's no reason that you can't wear some of these pieces today, right now. And if you need to layer a vest over it or a jacket, it'll look great. What I always say with stripes is just finding the right stripe for your body, right? We had a gal in the store the other day, and she was trying on a gorgeous top. The colors were beautiful, but she's a very busty lady, and we happened to have a shirt that had that large black and white stripe right through her bust. And it just completely changed her whole silhouette. It made her boobs look bigger than they were. It just, you know, it took all the attention away from her pretty face. So it's like, nope, get it off. And we tried on a couple other stripes, and she found one that she loved, and it was beautiful. So not all stripes are created equal for our bodies, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, if you're someone that you want to elongate yourself, you know, of course, we're going to look for stripes that go up and down. You know, if you want to add a little touch of color, then you do the color. But stripes are going to be really big. I also did a little striped palazzo pant too. I mean, your legs are going to look like they're growing out of your armpits if you do a long striped pant like this. So that's a look we all want, right? Nice long legs. But, and you know me too, I love mixing a stripe with other prints. So as we kind of talk a little bit more about florals, about polka dots, to me a stripe is just super clean, super neat, and it's something that you can mix and match and have fun with color too. So I'm loving the stripe trend, and you'll see a ton of it over at G. Loretta if you guys head over there afterwards. The next trend, which again, I know I sound like it's something you guys have heard, but it's polka dots. And I mean Christian Dior, Valentino, Carolina Herrera, not like a couple pieces, like giant chunks of their runway shows were polka dots. I would say probably 90% of the polka dots that I saw were classic black and white. They really weren't doing that departure into pinks or reds or purples or some of the other colors that we're seeing for the season. It was that true black and white pop. So Yvette is actually a perfect model today. You're just like Valentino, a little Valentino girl. And I actually love, and they did it a lot too, was mixing polka dots. So again, we got to do it the right way if we're going to mix a print, but they were showing, you know, a black polka dot top, you know, with white dots, and then they had mixed it back to a skirt that was kind of the reverse. And it was darling. It kind of gave it all a dress silhouette, really happy, really fun. And again, to me, polka dots are just such a classic print. They're so simple. There's a whimsy to it. I think they're really fun. I love mixing stripes and polka dots. How many times have I told you girls that? So this is a great way to kind of mix that polka dot trend in with the stripe trend. And you get out a little dimension, a little happy print. But I love the polka dots. And you'll see them truly everything from dresses to casual cotton t-shirts and beyond. So a polka dot is huge. So if you don't own a polka dot, you need a polka dot. Oh, Jane's got her polka dots on today too. She's so cute. So, and Laura's got polka dots on too, but I know she's hiding back there. And again, think about polka dots as well. So sometimes, you know, maybe you don't want big giant polka dots if you carry your weight like through, you know, your tushy or whatever. So something that's a little bit of a smaller polka dot where it's going to kind of keep the proportion and the scale down is important too. So the same way when we're thinking about width of stripes, size of stripes, the same thing can go back to a polka dot where we kind of want to make sure we're not putting, you know, a big, wild, crazy print on an area that might be a trouble area for us. Does that make sense? The next thing I want to talk about, which is a cliche thing, but it's florals for spring, right? It's just, it goes hand in hand. We always are going to do florals for spring. But I think this year, designers are doing it a little bit edgier, a little bit different. It's not the cutesy, you know, water painted, very soft. It's more bold. It's got a little more vibrancy to it. A lot of what these designers are doing is they're creating their own prints where they're taking photography, they're using photography and then having things custom printed. So this is a great example of that. Gorgeous dress from Ribkoff. And here's another one too. Again, think about how he placed this pretty black here. That's going to give everybody a tiny little waist. If it were me, I would do a shorter black shirt or tuck something into this because it's just going to make us all nice and narrow right here. So I love that little kind of play and detail that he did there. And you know, the florals don't have to be dressy. I think they're feminine. I think they're girly. This to me is just super edgy and cool, and I would put it back to capris or leggings, but I don't think we necessarily, if you say the word floral, this isn't the first thing that comes to mind. You know, we think a little bit more soft and romantic, and I think this has a little bit of an edginess to it. So I think there's lots of different ways to do floral. Even something really clean. This is a great little jegging from Lissay. So if you say, you know what, Mariah, I'm just not that girly girl. I'm not going to do all the cutesy flowers. There's always ways to incorporate a trend and making it your own. And I think that you can just do something like this and do it back to a chambray shirt or, you know, your favorite little black tunic top. So I love that. And again, casual too. Crazy Larry is doing florals. Joseph Ribkoff did a gorgeous palazzo that I think we might have sold out of. Another just casual knot. This is a cotton t-shirt, little floral, great little detail, but it's just something, you know, it's a fun way to do the floral without it being so traditional, you know. The other thing we talked a little bit about, of course, is the mixing of the prints. Now, stripes and florals can definitely go together. Polka dots and florals can go together, but I have to say it has to be done perfectly, or else you're going to look like the crazy person. So, you know, I really wanted to have a couple examples for you, but even within that, because if I sort of showed you a great top and a great skirt, it might not be right for your body. So I would just say if you want to mix prints, think about trying to keep the colors monochromatic. So this little mannequin back here, if y'all can see her, I kept the colors monochromatic. We just did simple black and white, or I did blue and blue here. And then the other key to mixing prints is to keep the proportion the same. So the scale of this print in the polka dot is pretty similar to the scale of the print in the stripe. If this had been a really teeny tiny polka dot and this has been a white or black stripe, again, it might have been too much of a contrast visually and it's making it a little bit busier. So again, kind of think about color being the same, or at least in the same family, and then also proportion. Yeah, of course. I'm sorry. It's all the way she's tucked in the corner. Here's our little mixed print lady. So, let's talk about the colors of the season. Well, the first big color is going to be pink. Pink is huge, and I will say that it has been every shade of pink. So it's the pastels with the hot pinks, with the fuchsias. And one thing I've been seeing the designers do a lot is to kind of mix those pinks together. So you could do that blush pink with like maybe a bright pink capri, or, you know, tie in some jewelry with it. So it's a lot about the pinks. And I have to say, I think it's so flattering. I think even if you're not a pink girl, we should try to find a pink for you, because it automatically gives us a glow. It's like putting on blush without putting on blush. And again, some people like the blush pink here. I get that it can be tricky for some people. It might wash you out a little bit. But again, there's so many other vibrant pinks and things like that. There's red pinks. So a pink would be something that, again, I would definitely think about investing in for spring. With that also being said, a lot of these pastels, like this blush pink, used to be just spring. Pastel was only spring. We pulled it out, you know, after Easter, and, you know, but now, like, we're putting this back to like the burgundies. We're doing it with like a deep green, of course, navy blue. So again, I think the rules that once were are no longer. We can definitely kind of break it up and change sort of the colors and the silhouette. The other colors that we've seen a lot, and I've actually already been talking about them, is the pastels. Now, I always say this because I think, again, fashion has evolved so much that we can wear the really bright, bold colors, like kind of Joseph Ribkoff did over there, and we can wear the pastels. I think, like, even as, you know, the 90s, it was very much so, it's this blue, we're only gonna wear this blue, and you need to have the blue shirt to go with the blue shoes, to go with the blue jewelry, and that's just so not the way it is anymore. There's a lot of everything. So if you just, again, are saying, gosh, Mariah, I don't agree with that, I'm not a pastel girl, that's okay. You don't have to do the pastel. We've got lots of vibrant colors too, but pastels are definitely having a huge moment. You know, we've got this pretty blue that we've talked about on Mariah's Monday Makeover that Ribkoff is calling lavender. We're checking his mental capacity right now because everyone else sees like a periwinkle, but really beautiful blue. Again, going back to the blush, I love this. The soft yellows are, I mean, if you get a little suntan going and put on soft yellow, holy moly, is it gorgeous on your skin. The dusty blue back here that I have on the rack, and then violet. If you guys have watching some of the runway shows, reading up on what the Pantone colors are this year, violet, the purples, the orchids is going to be a really big color. It's a little bit early for us as far as some of those purples starting to hit in the store, so I don't have a ton, but I think it's a color you're going to be seeing a lot now. And then those deeper, richer purples are going to push all the way into fall. So if you're a purple girl, this is your year. You're going to love it. And then with the floral, with the pastels, I just want to make sure I'm not leaving anything out that I just have to talk about. No. And then finding the right pastel for you. And maybe, again, you're not going to wear the pastel up top, but you could do a pastel sandal. You could do pastel colored jewelry. So, again, don't just think it has to be clothes. You could do, change up your shade of lipstick. You know, maybe something a little bit softer in the lipstick, and then you can wear more vibrant colored shirts. So there's ways to always tie in the looks and the trends. Okay, we're going to talk about jeans. Jeans are a basic, right? We can't live without our jeans. I can't get dressed, you know, a week doesn't go by where I've got on my favorite jeans. But what I have to say is that jeans are becoming very important fashion-wise. This is like a fashion statement. It's just not pulling on your favorite pair. This is about being bold and making a statement in the denim that you're wearing. Now, the skinny jean has had a really long go. Everybody loves their skinny jean for the most part. They're not going away by any means, but I think the fashion world, myself included, I'm just ready for a little something different. I'm ready to try on a different shape, a different silhouette. And so this year, one of the shapes that I think is going to be really great on, and I've got a couple styles over there, is going to be what I would call a straight cut cropped. So it's not skinny, it's not wide leg, it's not flared. Like what I've got on today, I would say is definitely has a little flare. It's just that clean, straight, slightly cropped jean. I think if you're someone that you like a skinny jean, you're gonna like this look because it's not too much of a departure from the skinny jean that we've been wearing. But with that being said, I think this is the year to really just try something funky and different and bold. This is a Parker Smith. This one has a little bit of a fuller leg. We've got a little sort of dip dye effect. There's a slit on the side. I mean, this is bold, but this is like instead of wearing statement jewelry or a statement print on your shirt, we're doing statements with our pants. So I love this, really, really cute. This is the white one that I've got on. Again, it was something really different for me. I don't own anything like this in my closet, but I was ready for it. And so it gives me a little bit more room through my leg. I have a little flare at the bottom. I can wear it with a boot right now, or I can wear it with this flat sandal. The other thing too, as far as denim, is we're looking for things that give it the wow factor. So clearly that Parker Smith has the wow factor. This is a new line for us called a Swallow, and they did some beautiful embroidered jeans for us. I love that little touch of detail. I love that they did that raw edge at the bottom. Again, this one's gonna see, you can see it's a little bit straighter cut, so it's not that skinny, skinny taper. And with denim, I think there's a couple things you're gonna want. I think you're gonna want a raw edge in your wardrobe, and that's just this unfinished hem right here. I think that's just something that's it, and it's happening, and everybody is doing it right now. The other thing you're gonna want is something cropped. Now, this always makes people panic. See, oh, look at Sarah's face. You guys, I wish, yeah. People start to panic when they hear cropped, because if you're a tall girl, you've always battled to find those long enough jeans. If you're a petite girl, you've always had to, like, you know, it makes you look shorter, or you have had to have things hemmed your whole life. What I have to say about the cropped is that there's not one length that you have to do. If it makes you uncomfortable or uneasy, do a cropped that kisses just right above your ankle. If you're someone that maybe you're a little bit taller, like Karen over here, it's okay if it's shorter. There's not one length that we have to find. You know, some of these models that are in our catalogs for, you know, Lola or Parker Smith, I mean, these girls are like 7 foot tall, and they're wearing the cropped jeans, and it looks great, and they probably have an extra 3 or 4 inches of skin showing versus, you know, someone that's average height or a petite. So don't get overwhelmed in what length the crop has to be. Find a pair that fit you beautifully in the waist, in the hips, in the legs, and then depending on where the length hits you, you know, on your ankle, just go for it. The only thing I will say too is if you're gonna do something cropped in a denim, we just don't want it to hit, I would say, from your calf up. Let's go somewhere between the bottom of our calf to the top of our ankle. That's a good little zone for our cropped jeans to be in. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're gonna look for a raw edge, we're gonna look for a cropped jean, and you know, we're just gonna try something totally different that we have not tried before. We're gonna come out of our little comfort zone. That's my job. The other thing to think about too is a new color. I am guilty of getting sucked into just that nice dark denim wash. It's easy because I can dress it up, or you know, it just, you know, is a little bit more slimming, whatever it might be. But again, I think going into spring and summer, look for those medium washes. You know, look for something that's somewhere in the middle. Just something different. That's your homework. This season, I want to buy something different. I don't want to buy something that's sitting in my closet already, especially with denim. The other one I want to talk about too is white, because we have really tough water in New Mexico, and let's face it, white is tough. So I think it's really important to really examine the whites that you have in your closet, and even though you might have, you know, spent $100 on it or whatever, if they're looking that dingy, gray, yellow, gross, we just have to move on from them. If you get on a nice, fresh, you know, really crisp pair of white jeans or white capris, it just elevates your whole look. So I would definitely make sure that your white is popping and looking fresh. And if it isn't, we've got lots and lots for you guys to wear. Now, a lot of you girls shop with us all the time, so you know everybody here, but we have a couple new faces that you're gonna see. Regina's here in the front row, and she is going to be running our denim bar today. So if you're saying, okay, what Mariah said, that resounded with me, I wanna try a flare, I wanna try a crop. She's actually taking the time to try on the jeans. She knows how they're fitting. So she is gonna be your go-to girl today if you all want any help trying on something different. She's actually doing a little bit more behind the scenes. So she's taken over in the last week all of the merchandising in the store, and she's doing all of our social media. So if you girls are not on Facebook and Instagram and following Loretta, you should be, because her pictures are beautiful and she's doing an amazing job, and it's a fun way for you guys to get to see, you know, what's new in the store or how to put an outfit together. So that's Regina. So you guys will be seeing her, like I said, maybe a little bit more behind the scenes, but today she's helping us out with the denim bar. So, okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about was styling tips and tricks. The first thing we have to talk about is the half tuck, because this is something that just makes everybody panic a little bit. And they'll say, Mariah, I don't know how to do it. I do it, and then I fuss with it for 5 minutes. So the first thing I have to say is, you're overthinking it. Repeat after me, you're overthinking it. Honestly, you can't truly mess up a half tuck. The very simple thing that you want to do, your goal in all of this, hopefully you guys can all see me, you just want to grab the very end of the fabric here of your blouse, and you're just going to tuck that very end into your jeans, and then just do a little poof right over. Did you guys see how I did that? That's it. There's nothing else. There's no magic potion that I had to do, and you just walk away. You see me just walk away. I did the half tuck. We're going to walk away. First of all, I love a half tuck. I think it's very flattering. It hides sin areas if you have any of those through the middle. I also love that it elongates. So again, if you have someone that maybe the top is a busy print and you're a little bit more petite, by doing that half tuck, all of a sudden it gave you another 3 or 4 inches in your leg line. So that's a really great trick. I also love doing it off to the side. I've been doing kind of the half tuck in the middle. I like it, but now I'm bored, so let's do the next thing. So you can half tuck it off to the side, left or right, it doesn't matter. And then what we're also seeing too is that a lot of the pants are coming up, 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 up. So these waistlines are getting higher, which means that the shirts are going to start getting shorter. So you might start to think about belts, because I think we're going to start having a little bit of that belt thing showing again. So again, I say this not to make you guys panic, because things are changing, because our leggings and tunics are not going to go anywhere, but we're just kind of changing things up a little bit. So like I said, I think we're going to start to see those waistlines show. And so I think a half tuck is a really nice, easy way that if you have a couple longer shirts and you kind of want to show off that higher waistline, it's a really simple technique that you can do. It changes up the look of pants you already own and shirts you already own. So simple, easy, don't overthink it. I promise you, you're overthinking it. I promise you. The other thing that I love, and I've been trying to work on really hard myself, is to really work on creating contrast with my jewelry. Now, again, I think in the 90s and maybe even before, we all got a little stuck in everything color coordinating and matching. But to me, I think with jewelry, it's better if you do something really unexpected and really different. Now, this is a beautiful blue shirt. I love this, right? My first instinct, what I want to do is to just grab this beautiful blue necklace and just put it back to it. Okay, that's gorgeous. There is nothing wrong with that at all. But how much more did you notice this necklace when it was against that blue? So believe me, this is a challenge. I have to make myself do it every day, is to not get sucked into the matchy-matchy. So there's not a drop of blue in this necklace, but all of a sudden the blue is popping, the necklace is popping, it changes the whole sort of vibe. Same thing with the blush, This little necklace here has a little blush in it, so I could have done that back to the blush here. But blush and soft blue are friends. They're not enemies. So you can just put that in there, and then you blitzed up this great little cotton t-shirt with this bold jewelry. I love that too, as we're kind of creating contrast. I want to show you a couple others, and then I want to talk to you about sort of dressing up the jewelry. This is a gorgeous piece of turquoise, right? Again, I think we think, oh, black and white, I'll put my turquoise. And then we wear our blush, we get a little bit like, I'll just wear my plain silver, my plain gold. But again, this just gives it so much contrast, so much pop. It's something a little bit unexpected, but it's not garish or over the top. So I love creating the contrast. It doesn't have to be a color that you're wearing at all. Let's see oh, my pinks back here. We talked about pinks being a big trend, right? There's not an ounce of yellow in that, but I love that little piece of sunshine that you just added right by your face. Again, it's complementary because it's in those very vibrant tones that these pinks and cobalt blues have in there, but there's not a drop of yellow in this shirt. So it's just about creating that. Same thing here. This earring's got cobalt blues, it's got greens, it's got mint, and then we just sit it back to black and white. Can I do a little nod to it and do that touch of blue? I can, but if I had a red purse or green purse, that's okay too. You'll see a lot of these too that sort of have a mixed color, like Regina and I were talking about it, like that Aurora Borealis. It's going to have the pinks, the greens, the blues, the yellows, so all of those colors are kind of captured in this stone, so I can put it back to anything. But instead of, again, sort of a gray and white neutral with just plain silver. Let's get that punch of color up by our face. With that also being said, I think it's fun to think about doing like a funkier jewelry, an edgier jewelry. Like I love what Jane did to do. She's got on just happy, whimsical polka dots. She's got a little athleisure sneaker and this dynamite squash blossom. To me, the squash blossom is center stage. You know, it's having that wow moment. So think about doing something a little bit funky and unexpected. And that's what I was kind of talking about here when I was showing you guys this blush t-shirt. I don't care if you're going to Costco and you're just going to go run errands and do your thing. Put on your comfiest cotton t-shirt, put on your favorite pair of jeans, put on a little athleisure sneaker, but then go for it with the jewelry. How fun is it to have that little fun piece of sparkle? So I would absolutely wear this to go run errands, and I think why not? We have this beautiful jewelry sitting in our drawers. Let's wear it. So don't feel like this has to be cocktail hour only or a wedding or a special occasion. It's going to give the necklace a little pop. It's going to take that t-shirt from here to here. So challenge yourself with your jewelry when you're getting dressed in the morning to reach for something different, to style a different color, to mix really edgy and funky with dressy or vice versa. My biggest pet peeve is when, you know, we get this gal for a wedding and she gets a beautiful black, say, cocktail dress from Ribkoff, and then we just do the most boring little diamond chandeliers and the most boring little diamond necklace. It's like, no, you need the great stuff. Like, let's do funky and color and big and wow. So I just think jewelry has the ability to transform your entire look. So I love, love, love that. Let's see. I'm talking fast, but I have a lot to talk about. So, okay, the last thing I want to talk about a little bit too is some of my favorite products for spring. Okay. The first thing we're going to have to address, ladies, is the strapless bra. Now, I know, it's like a four-letter word, isn't it? The problem is there is a lot going on with straps, with silhouettes, with shapes, even like the shirt that I've got on today. It's open just enough that I can't do a regular bra with it. We're still seeing a lot of that cold shoulder detail. There's going to be a lot of things that you can wear off the shoulder or you can wear it up, but even if you wear it up, I think it's going to kiss you right here on the edge where, again, our favorite bras are not going to work. So I've done extensive research. I've talked to customers. I've read blogs. I have gone on and seen reviews, you name it, to find you guys the perfect strapless bra. This is the Wacol. Am I butchering that name? Wacol. And they call it the red carpet strapless. Ooh la la. This one in particular on Amazon, one of the reviews that we found, it has almost 800 reviews of it, giving it 4.5 stars. The women love it because they say that it actually stays up. It doesn't give us the double boob situation. It doesn't have the spillage. We're more than happy to send you this link. It comes in a couple different colors. But, and this one actually also has all the convertible straps. So if you want to wear it as a regular bra, you know, and then pop the straps off. Two of my customers that'll actually be here later, they're sisters. Completely different body types. I mean, opposite ends of the spectrum. Different size boobs, different everything. They both own this bra and they both just sing its praises. They said it's a strapless bra that doesn't feel like it. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think that this is something that you're really going to want to invest in because there's just a lot of these little things happening where we're just going to maybe want to have that bra because we don't want our bra strap showing and we can't wear clear bra straps. Please don't, please. And we also can't wear rhinestone bra straps. Like these girls that they wear their little rhinestones and they think that it's cute. It is not cute. We don't want to see your bra straps sticking out like that. So that's the #1 product that I think you guys, and like I said, if you're interested, I have it saved in the computer. We'll send you the link. It's Amazon. The sizes seem to be running very true, seems to be most of the feedback. I know all boobs are not created equal, so you might need to play with that a little bit. But that's the strapless bra. The next thing is my favorite faux tan, because you girls know me and I hate pantyhose. I hate pantyhose. It makes us look old. We don't like it. We're not doing pantyhose, so we're doing faux tan. Now this is mine. You can tell it's a little chewed up and used, but this is Laura Gustin. I find with us that someone can have on the most beautiful clothes, right? We can look gorgeous from head to toe, but then all of a sudden it can fall apart because the hair is a mess, the makeup isn't right, the pedicure isn't done. And so I truly believe that, you know, if you're gonna wear these gorgeous clothes, that we wanna look gorgeous from head to toe. Now, Laura has been in the makeup game for 25 years. I use a lot of Mary Kay. I love it, and I just thought what better than have not only hopefully fashion expert here to talk to you, but I thought it would be fun to invite Laura to help us also sort of not only, you know, look our best in our clothes, but look our best in our skincare and our face. So I said, Laura, I want to talk about like a cool trend. What's happening? What's something new with the makeup? And so she dropped off one of their new gel lipsticks to me. Okay, it's what I'm wearing today. I put this on, I don't know, at least an hour and a half ago. It's soft, it's moisturizing, and it's made out of gel. So I was like, I don't know what that means. So of course, you know me, I get on my little computer and I start reading about it. Most lipsticks are actually wax-based, which again, nothing wrong with that at all. But this one is a little bit more gel-based. And so it helps you to have a little bit of a different finish. To me, they call this one, I will tell you, it's called the Semi-Shine Lipstick. So to me, it's not that goopy, glossy look, and it's not that matte look that they were trying to do last year. Oh, I hated the matte look. I have to say, it feels like chapstick right now. My lips feel very moisturized, and I love it. And the gel, they were just saying, is going to kind of start to take over a lot of the wax space. So you're going to see the gel popping up in lots of products, but certainly the lipstick. But I absolutely love it. And, you know, again, even skincare, moisturizing, you know, making sure we're exfoliating so that our faux tans go on well. But what we wanted to do, because I'm a makeup junkie, is I thought it would be really fun is if we gave you guys a lipstick today. So I want you guys to all go over and treat yourself. Laura's going to help you find the perfect color. And again, don't buy the same color. Don't, whatever's in your purse. You're not allowed to buy the same color. We're looking for something fresh for spring. She knows women. She knows faces. She is, you know, she's the Mariah of Mary Kay, because the way that I know clothes is the way that she knows skincare and makeup. And so I just think that, to me, I always love to buy a new lipstick for spring or a new lipstick for fall. And so I thought it would be really fun if we treated you all to a new sassy lipstick. So you guys can go over. She's going to be set up kind of in the blue room, as we like to call it, in Loretta. So she's got everything set up there. So just go and pick out your color, and then it's on us. And then I think she's even put together goodie bags with like their satin hands, which is great. Kind of an exfoliator and moisturizer for your hands. So be sure to go over there and treat yourself to a new lipstick. So that is the conclusion, but I love question and answer. I have to say that's always my favorite part of talking and doing things like this, because fashion can be totally overwhelming, and I get that. And so don't be embarrassed. There's no silly questions or dumb questions, but is there anything I didn't talk about? Yeah, Sally.
One of the jeans there looked like it was maybe a boyfriend cut. Is that?
Yeah, a boyfriend cut for sure. So this one, like I said, it's gonna be like a little bit of a wider cut. We almost always do a pretty high rise at Loretta, so we're not gonna do that mid-rise or low-rise. But there's definitely the boyfriend jean is still in. I've got a great style over there from Parker Smith. And like I said, this is the white one that I've got on today. And I wouldn't call it a boyfriend, but it's sort of its own sort of different silhouette. And then this one's
it's cut wider through the thighs.
It is. This one definitely is. So you've got, you know, like it's not like my skin tight leggings.
Or
so yeah, maybe like a girlfriend cut with a little flare at the bottom. They call it a something crop something, but it doesn't really identify it as a boyfriend or girlfriend. But I still love it. So, but that would be a great silhouette too if you don't have a boyfriend jean or girlfriend jean, to try that too. So, what else? Gingham is going to be another big print.
The scarf, did you?
Oh, you know what? That just had some pretty pastels, so I was going to show you that. This one is just that really pretty. Oops, I threw another one on the floor. And this one comes in a couple colors. So it's just got a little touch of that pearl. I think with a white pair of jeans, a white cotton t-shirt, and then do like one of these soft blush or soft cream would be such a clean monochromatic look. So I kind of love something like that. Just very airy and light. You can do it all around your neck. I did the scarf with a little choker here, the smaller scarf. So again, something kind of maybe different and unexpected. You might have a scarf or 12 sitting in your drawer. So thinking outside the box and how to use that. I had started to say the other prints that you're going to see a lot of coming in is the black and white gingham. It's really, really popular. This is a capri. We've got a darling dress over there from Ripcop. And then stars. So stars, almost like a polka dot, but you're going to see a lot of stars. In fact, I think you might have a Mariah's Money makeover coming up here pretty soon on stars, because it's in jewelry and it's in fashion. So those are two other prints that I think will be really happy and fun going forward in the spring. What else?
I have a question
Yeah,
about
sure, Karen.
shoes.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So how can you make sneakers look cool?
Yeah. Well, what kind of sneaker, Karen? We should probably like a fashion sneaker or like a running shoe or.
Well, either.
Yeah,
But what's the way to go? Like
Well-
with some of these jeans and you want to wear sneakers.
Yeah, I mean, I think a sneaker, there's so much fashion in a sneaker right now. They're a little bit sleeker. They have some really cool detailing, like maybe a pearl or a zipper detail or mesh. So I think, again, it's pushing us outside of our comfort zone, but there's certainly a lot of outfits. Like if you had this little striped number on, and these are like a dark black jean, and then you did a little black sneaker with that, everything is kind of polished and put together, and then you just kind of have a sneaker as sort of an unexpected pop. There's like Jane today did a darling sneaker too. I'm just pointing out everybody because yeah, it's just a cute little black sneaker. And I love adding this. I was never a sneaker girl. I could never do it. I just said, ooh, like maybe to, you know, if I was gonna exercise, maybe I would wear a sneaker. But now, I mean, I own tons of those little fashion sneakers, and I love to put that on, especially on my day off because, you know, I don't always want to wear like a boot with a high heel. So I love that I can do a sneaker. But I mean, any of these cute little easy tees, some of your favorite Joseph Ribkoff. I think if you're a black and white girl, just get a simple black fashion sneaker, something with a little tassel detail, a little mesh, and then don't be afraid to put it back to crop jeans, capris, you know, a city short as we get into the warmer seasons. So does that help? Okay.
No socks.
No socks.
Or yeah, you can do. They do really great low no-show socks now.
Can't see your socks.
Some of us have sweaty feet. I'm not naming names, but I'm better with the sock personally. So, but even Target now, if you go to Target, they have the low no-show socks, and so if you want to have that little bit of cushion, or then you can just do that. But like even the little ankle socks, don't do those. We don't want the sock to show at all. Just a no-show sock. They usually call it a low no-show. Say that fast 5 times. What else? Easy. I said it all. You guys know everything there is to know about fashion. That's it. So, well, there are snacks. There is Laura, who's going to be set back there. Make sure to get your lipstick from her. There's lots and lots of pretty new goodies. So if something inspired you today, or you had questions, or you want to try on some of the trends, we are all, of course, here to help you. But in the meantime, thank you girls so much for taking time out of your day. I know it's busy, and especially on a Friday morning to wake up bright and early and get down here, so we certainly appreciate it. And yeah, and thank you.